So you're diving somewhere dark and you need to bring plenty of light down with you, but you don't want a giant battery strapped or held in your hand, then you need yourself a cable light. Hi all of you awesome scuba divers out there, welcome to the Scuba Diver Magazine channel, your favourite place for the latest scuba diving news and gear reviews. Today I have my hands on the OrcaTorch D630 version 2, which is a beast of a dive light that can produce up to 4,000 lumens for up to 5 hours, or just shy of an entire day if you're having it on its lowest setting, which is pretty incredible. You can switch it on one day and it will still be going the following day. That's all thanks to the rechargeable battery pack that you can hook onto your cylinder on like a cam band or on your harness. You have a ton of power available to either blast what's in front of you with intense light to see or be seen from a further distance, or a much more reasonable power for extremely long burn times. But of course, first of all, let's see how it arrives and what actually comes with it. Scuba.com is your one-stop shop for everything underwater. Whether you're a seasoned scuba diving pro or just starting to explore the wonders of the deep, Scuba.com has everything that you need. Browse their extensive selection of scuba and snorkeling equipment from leading brands, find masks, fins, BCDs, wetsuits and regulators and everything else that you need for a comfortable and safe dive. Scuba.com's team consists of highly trained and experienced professionals who have dived all over the world. Get personalized recommendations for the perfect gear, no matter your diving destination or style. Ready to take the plunge? Scuba.com offers scuba diving classes from all levels, from beginner open water diver certification to advanced technical diving courses. If you're looking for the ultimate underwater adventure, Scuba.com curates diving trips around the globe to exotic destinations. Dive into a world of possibilities with Scuba.com. This is how it arrives. Big cardboard box. It's got details on the front that I'll talk about in a little bit. Just more information about the torch on the back. A user manual that's readily available, kicking out the side. Inside the box is more interesting stuff. Right, we have a replacement silicone band, unless that goes somewhere else. We get a wrist lanyard, one of those standard little string pull tie ones, a pair of bolts with a little Allen key to tighten them up, some 3 replacement O-rings for that battery pack, a warranty card that you have to fill out the information for, just general marketing stuff. The torch itself, which I'll show in a second. The charger, it's undone because I charged the battery up so you could see it actually switch on. But yeah, you get the actual power pack. I imagine if you live in different countries, that this will be a little bit different. It's one of those like quick change power pack things. This one only seems to have the UK version, probably because I'm based in the UK. If you're elsewhere, I imagine you'll get a different plug adapter, and then you get the torch itself with the cable. Otherwise, it's just a foam insert. Yeah, let's take a close look at the torch itself. The torch, the battery and the cable all together as you're gonna dive it has a dry weight of just over 1.6 kilos. It's pretty hard to measure the dimensions of something with a cable attached. So I just measured the diameter of the head, that's 60 millimeters across for reference to give you a rough idea. And of course, here it is on my ungloved hand. Inside the head, you'll see 5 Cree LEDs that focus the light into a 7-degree beam angle. And whilst it does have a pretty soft hot spot, a fair amount of that light is cast into a corona around that 7 degrees. So you illuminate a fair amount of the scene around what you're actually pointing at. 3 power modes in this. You have high power, which is that 4000 lumens, and it can hold that switched on for up to 5 hours from a full charge. Middle setting is 1500 lumens with a burn time of just shy of 7.5 hours, and the lowest setting is 460 lumens that will burn for just shy of 24 hours from a full battery. Down the head, you have the activation button. This has been upgraded from the previous version of the 630 that had like a twisty locking mechanism things, and people didn't really like it. So on this 2nd gen version, it's got a larger metal push button that cycles through the power settings, and it has a battery power indicator just above it, and if you hold down that button for 5 seconds whilst it's turned off, the torch goes into a storage mode to prevent it from activating accidentally. There's no turbo mode like a lot of other Orca torches. If you hold that battery down, because it's not really a handheld torch where you'd use your thumb, you'd have to use your other hand to hold that button down. With this 630, it stays on whatever mode you leave it on. As you can see, the head mounts to a Goodman-style handle, a metal Goodman handle that has a mixture of quick adjust and bolts. You can adjust the position of the light and even mount something next to it like a backup torch if you have something similar. You can quick adjust the height and the angle of the handle itself with this part here to compensate for thicker gloves, or you can rotate it forwards to a protective angle to like shield the glass when it's in storage or transport. And of course at the bottom you can adjust the width of the handle to the width and size of your mitts as well. So fully customizable Goodman style handle. Before the cable attaches at the back of the head, you have this ring that I would use to either pop some bungee through for like something to attach to, or just to tie a bolt snap. If you want to tie a clip to the head instead of the handle itself. It's too tight to hook a double ender directly onto the metal part here, but you can definitely tie a single ender onto it, or just pop some like bungee loop there just to give something to clip onto. 7mm thick cable with spiral protectors on either end, measures 125 centimeters in length, including the protectors, so you have plenty of slack to run from wherever the battery is left. Where it attaches to the battery pack, you have a hinge mechanism that you can lock into position with this screw gate in either a vertical or a horizontal position for back mount or side mount. Whichever angle suits you best for your equipment configuration, you can change it. Not quickly on the go because you can't lock it in place, but yeah, whether you want it coming out vertically or to one side, that's really up to you. And you can change which angle the horizontal points by basically adjusting where these two clamps are. Next to where it attaches, you have an anchor point to secure the battery if you need to, either with another bolt snap or whatever you want to anchor it to. This whole section unscrews from the bottom to access the charging ports in the main section of this battery housing. Triple O-ring seal to help with the depth rating of the D630, and you have a removable battery module that screws into the housing itself, so over time if it does start to wear, you can just replace that part and then keep the housing. At the top of that module, you have a circular charging port for the supplied cable. You plug it in, recharge the battery through that. A battery level indicator, or 4 battery level indicators with a testing button to see how much charge you have in that battery, and a USB-A port so that you can actually use that battery module to charge smaller devices on the go. You can use it as a power port. Aluminium housing as a pair of clamp bands that hold down the double Velcro mounting band. That makes it a really quick and easy way to attach it to like the buckle side of a cam band or wherever you need to on your harness. If it's stitched and you can't thread something onto it, you can thread this through. As long as there's like 2-inch webbing, then you can double Velcro it onto that. So it's nice and secure. It's more secure than just a single Velcro tab. There's 2 sandwiching it. It's going to take a lot to pull that free accidentally. Nothing of note on the bottom itself, just some detailing, and the battery housing measures 209mm by 59 at its widest point on the grip section here. Who's the D360 for? So it's really for the serious diver who needs a serious dive torch. It is going to be excessive for just night dives on a liveaboard, unless those night dives are like a few hours long. This is really made for technical divers where you need those 5+ burn times in overhead environments where the only available light is whatever you bring down with you, or on excursions where you're not going to find a plug socket for quite a while, so you need all of that battery. D360 has a recommended retail price of £600 or $550, which is a fair price for what you're getting. You can easily spend double that on another cable light that still has less output. They're always fairly priced. If you're thinking about moving to a cable light kind of configuration, then the D630 is a fine choice. The beam angle is nice. It does have that hot spot. It's not too defined though. It's not a laser beam. It's warmer than the whole corona. There is a hot spot in there, but it blends quite nicely into it for like more of a wide spotlight. It's not just everything in that 7 degrees. So it's good for your navigating because you can see everything around you in pitch black, but also communicating as well. You can circle things and point things out. It really is a solid choice if you have some big dives coming up and you need a lot of power to pierce through murky waters or run for a really long amount of time between charges. I can't fault it very much. It does have a few battle scars already from testing, but if you try and scratch it, it takes quite a lot of force and actual trying to scratch it to get past that anodized coating, so don't let that put you off. It's not going to scratch just kind of like being in your bag. You do have to put it through some force to actually get through that coating. But if you do have any questions, then pop them down in the comment section before I have to send the sample back. And I'll pop links up here and down in the description where you can find your closest dealer and today's sponsor, Scuba.com. Also think about checking out our website, ScubaDiverMag.com, to check out our latest news articles and magazine itself. And of course, remember to subscribe to the channel here on YouTube if you're new. Thank you for watching, everybody, and of course, safe diving.